Hello, everybody. This is Carol Maletta. Welcome to the Parenting 411 podcast, where we share information parents need from sources they can trust. Have you ever looked at other parents and thought, they have it all together? Their kids are well behaved, their birthday parties are straight out of a magazine, and they seem to effortlessly balance work and family life. It's so easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself and feeling like you're falling short somehow. But I'm here to share a truth that we rarely discuss. Those perfect parents are a myth. Behind every seemingly flawless exterior is a mother or a father who is struggling, questioning themselves, and simply doing their best. The reality is, parenting is incredibly challenging, and when we constantly compare ourselves to others, we make it even more difficult. When my twins were born, I was utterly exhausted and overwhelmed and felt completely lost in this new role of being a parent. I would attend Mommy and Me and Gymboree classes and see all these seemingly put-together moms with their adorable diaper bags and boundless energy, and I would feel so inadequate. One day, I found the courage to confess to another mom how lost I was feeling. And guess what? She admitted that she felt exactly the same way. Beneath her facade of having it all together, she too was consumed by self-doubt and mom guilt. It was a pivotal moment for me. I realized that no parent truly has it all figured out, regardless of how it may appear from the outside. We're all just improvising, doing the best we can with the resources we have, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, it's more than fine. It's the reality of parenting. A study by the Surgeon General found that 48% of parents report feeling stressed, but I suspect the actual number is so much higher than that. We just don't openly discuss it because admitting that parenting is hard feels taboo. There's immense pressure to cherish every moment, to treasure every sticky handprint on the wall. But let's be honest, some of those moments just aren't that lovable or easy to cherish. The truth is, parenting isn't a one-size-fits-all experience. What works for your sister, your neighbor, or that influencer you follow on social media might not work for you and your family. And that's okay. Your responsibility isn't to parent like anyone else. It's to parent the unique little humans you brought into this world. When we get caught up in comparisons, we lose sight of what that truly means and what really matters for our families. We start pursuing an unrealistic ideal instead of embracing the beautiful, messy reality right in front of us. We forget that every family has their own struggles, their own dynamics, their own way of navigating life. So how do we break free of this comparison trap? Well, it starts with reminding ourselves of a few essential truths. Parent the child you have, not the one you imagined you'd have, or the one your best friend has. Embrace their quirks, their challenges, and the unique journey you're on together. Every parent's path is different. We all come to parenthood with our own baggage, our own scars, our own aspirations. What works for one family might not work for another. So focus on creating the family life that works for you, not what you think you should be doing. Parenting is not a competition. It's not about having the most well-behaved child, throwing the most extravagant birthday parties, or getting the most likes on social media. It's about raising good humans. It's about creating a family life that brings out the best in everyone. It's about connection, not comparison, not competition. By the time my boys turned 2 years old, I made a commitment to do things differently. Instead of getting caught up in what I thought I should be doing, I tuned in to what I felt would be right for our family. Thankfully, I did not have social media to distract me back then, but I stopped focusing so much on what I saw other moms doing. I let go of the guilt and the shoulds and embraced the beautiful chaos of our perfectly imperfect life. I focused on my children's unique needs. It was also around that time that we discovered some particular challenges that they had. So there was no time to waste. So I couldn't get caught up in duplicating someone else's parenting style. I needed to refine my own. And you know what? It changed everything. I became a more present, more confident, more joyful parent. I stopped wasting energy comparing myself to others and started investing that energy into my own family. I showed up as the messy, vulnerable, trying her best mom I was, and my kids loved me for it. Are you looking for a place where you can get the support, tips, and tools you need to tackle parenting? Join the Parenting 411 community on Facebook, your go-to spot for everything parenting. Get access to exclusive parenting articles, live broadcasts with expert insights, and a community of parents just like you, ready to share and connect. Plus, as a member, you'll get early bird access to special parenting programs and tons of practical tips to make family life smoother. It's free to join, and we're saving you a seat. Just search the Parenting 411 community on Facebook and click join. Can't wait to see you there. Because here's the naked truth. Our kids don't need perfect parents. They need real parents. Parents who are present, who are willing to admit that they're wrong, who love fiercely and forgive quickly. They need parents who embrace the journey, even when it's hard. So to all the parents out there who are struggling, who are doubting themselves, who are wondering if they're doing enough, you are. You are more than enough. Your love, your presence, your willingness to show up day after day, that's what matters most. Don't waste another minute comparing yourself to anyone else. Don't miss out on the magic of your own messy, beautiful, one-of-a-kind family story. Embrace the parent you are and trust that it's exactly who your child needs. This matters. Why? Because in a world that profits from your self-doubt, loving and honoring yourself is a radical act. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because when we root ourselves in self-love instead of self-judgment, we give our kids the greatest gift of all, the freedom to be unapologetically themselves. Parenting is hard, and it's okay to admit that. It's okay to have bad days and meltdowns and moments when you feel completely lost. But don't let comparison steal your joy. Don't let it make you feel like you're failing. Because every single day, in a million tiny ways, you are shaping a human soul. You are a loving, guiding, and nurturing agent for the next generation. And that, my friend, is no small thing. So let's make a pact right here, right now, to be kinder to ourselves, to embrace the messiness and the magic in equal measure, to cheer each other on instead of tearing each other down, to remember that we're all in this together, figuring it out as we go. And most of all, let's promise to love the parent we see in the mirror, flaws and all, because that parent, they're doing a darn good job, even when it doesn't feel like it, even when the voices of comparison get loud. You've got this. I've got this. We've got this. Let's parent like no one's watching and love like we've never been hurt. Let's give ourselves permission to be the beautifully imperfect parents we are and trust that it's more than enough. Because in the end, all our children really need is our presence and our love. And that is something we can all give. Not perfectly, but wholeheartedly. And that's what matters most. It's not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to learn and grow alongside your children. So let's do this together. Let's be the parents our children need us to be. Not perfect, but present. Not flawless, but full of love. Let's show up day after day and pour our hearts into this incredible, challenging, life-changing journey of parenthood. Because in the end, that's what our children will remember. Not the Pinterest perfect birthday parties or the spotless house, but the love, the laughter, the presence of a parent who showed up, imperfections and all. That's the legacy we're building, one messy, beautiful, ordinary day at a time. And it's a legacy worth fighting for. So glad you joined us for this episode of the Parenting 411 podcast. I'm in the business of delivering information parents need from sources they can trust. For more encouragement as you chart your course as a mom or dad, I invite you to grab Mother's Work, Pearls of Wisdom and Gems from My Journey. Just visit mothersworkthebook.com. That's mothersworkthebook.com. Not only will you get the book, but you've got some great bonuses coming to you. Be sure to like and share this episode and be sure to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And remember that it's never too late to be the parent you want to be. We bring you this episode for the purpose of information and entertainment only. It is not the intent or purpose of the Parenting 411 podcast or Carol Maletta to provide an exhaustive reference or guide on all aspects of parenting, childcare, and family life. You are strongly encouraged to read all available information, consult medical or other appropriate professionals, and pursue all reasonable means to learn as much as possible about parenting to complement what you gain here, and then tailor the information to meet your individual needs. Yes, parenting is a serious matter, though it is not an exact science. The context and insights offered in this and every episode represent an account of knowledge and personal experiences of the host and any featured guests for the viewers' and listeners' information and consideration. The host and guests do not guarantee to our viewers or listeners any specific parenting outcomes from this episode or taking actions described here.